I'll just clear the screen till then. Yes, anyone having any doubt? Just unmute and ask. Okay. Motion worksheet. Which the no only one worksheet I had shared, right? Mm, Devanshi, is it worksheet 2 or worksheet 1? The worksheet which I discussed in the last class. Are you talking about that? It's a kinematics worksheet. Which was discussed in the last class, Devanshi. Kinematics. Can you just post the first question in it? Like I'm not able to find the worksheet. Yeah, Swayam, kindly share now. I'm not able to find that worksheet. Just share it. Would be a great help. Devanshi, is it having that question of ball rolls with a speed of 2 meter per second across a level table? Is it that? Okay, so that was projectile motion worksheet, the first worksheet which I gave. Okay. Are you sure? No, that is only the thing. A ball rolls with a speed of 2 meter per second across a level table that is 1 meter above the floor. Upon reaching the edge of the table, it follows a parabolic path. How far along the floor is the landing spot from the table? Okay. So like they have given it is related to your horizontal projectile, this one. So this speed they have specified it as u is 2 meter per second and it is at a height of 1 meter from the ground. So if it is height of 1 meter, that means I can directly use the formula h is equal to half gt square. So 1 is equal to half into g, you can take it as 10. You can take it as 9.8, that would be better. You take anything. Chalo, t will be equal to something. Okay, h is equal to, not h equal to half. Half into 10 into t square we need to find out. So 2 ones are 5, t will become 1 by root 5. And then you can apply this distance they are asking to find r. So r will become ut. So u is 2 root 1 by root 5. So that will be 2 by 5 root 5. Devanshi, that's the first one. Understood?
So over here, we don't need to use the formula of range
Which range formula we need to use? That
2
direct
u
you.
square, that one.
No, but it is not your complete projectile. Na? That formula is applicable for
No, we
complete
can divide
projectile.
it by 2.
No, 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 you cannot. Because in that formula, the horizontal velocity is u sine theta. And here the horizontal velocity is simply u as per the formula. So the formulas are different.
Okay.
You know, because that is the variation what we have. So we cannot use direct that formula and do half of it. So you can directly unmute. I have put the setting on.
Okay, sir, can you share this recording because I have not done yet the projectile motion worksheet. So if I have the
Okay, wait.
free
I will.
time.
Acha, I will share this recording because I kept it on.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Devanshi, next what do you have? You said fifth one. Okay. Mm,
So are these from the module?
No, it is the projectile motion worksheet, the first worksheet which I had shared, the very first worksheet, once the chapter was completed. So she had some 2 to 3 doubts in it. Astronaut stands on the edge of a lunar crater and throws a half-eaten Twinkie horizontally with a velocity of 5. The floor of the crater is 100 meters below the astronaut. What horizontal distance travel before hitting the floor of the crater? Yeah, it's the same thing. Like we need to just specify that you're again, it's your related to horizontal projectile, and this particular height they are specified as 100 meters. And the initial velocity they have given as u is equal to 5 meter per second. And the same method, like again I will go h is equal to half gt square, but here g they have said to use as 1/6 of the earth. So 1/6 of the earth means we will be using the g value as nothing but 10 by 6 or g by 6. So instead of g the value will change. So it will become half into 10 by 6 into t square. 2 ones are 5s are. So that will be something around 600 by 5. 5 ones are 20s are, so 120 t square. So t will be, this will be nothing but 120. So 4342. Something root of 120. How much it is? 430, sir. To root 30 it is. 32 you cannot split. 3 tens are no. Something this much time you will get. And then again they have asked the distance horizontal. Again it is same formula r. So r will be again ut. U is 5 into 2 into root 30. You will get it as 10 root 30. Yeah, Devansh, is this one also clear? So it's just similar to your first one, the calculation. Next question, it's like 11th. 11th one. Okay, you're piloting a helicopter which is rising vertically at a uniform velocity. At 14.70 meter per second. When you reach 196 point, you see Barney. A large object is projected with a horizontal velocity of 8.50. So what they have specified, suppose if this is your object and this is being projected horizontally at a velocity of 8.5 meter per second, what is specified? And you reach, and the height they are specified reaching height as 196 meter. But the ball is also moving, the object is also moving up with a velocity of 14.70 meter per second as the helicopter is rising upward. So even the ball will have the same velocity. So when does the ball reach Barney's head if he is standing in a hole with his head at ground level? So I need to just find out the time it takes to reach the ground. Okay, so three things they're asking. First, they're asking about the time. So if I talk about the time value, so you need to apply the same formula, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square for the vertical component. S is 196. Initial velocity will be minus 14.7 because it is vertical and it is going to be dropped horizontal in the downward direction. Time will be t, and a will be, you can take it as 9.8 or anything you can take. So that will be plus 4.9 t square. So I need to solve this and get the value of t. So by quadratic way, we can try to simplify this. Once we get time value, then you need to multiply with the speed. So you'll get how much horizontal distance it is, r, 8.5 into t. So till this, the question is same. The only twist was the object was having an initial velocity of 14.7 upward. In all the questions, that initial velocity vertically was 0. Only in this question they have specified because it is moving up with certain velocity. Once you get like whatever t you will get, you substitute, you will get your r value. That is the second thing what they are asking. And after that, they're asking with what velocity it will hit the ground. What is the vertical velocity? I think so specifically. What is the vertical velocity? The vertical velocity, if I apply v is equal to u plus at formula, so initial velocity is again minus 14.7, and this will be plus 9.8, and whatever t value you will get, you need to substitute. So I will get the value of final velocity.
Sir, have you shared the solutions of this worksheet?
I think so. It is shared. I'm also not pretty sure now. It's like long back ago, no? I shared the answer key.
Is this the kinematics worksheet?
Yeah, projectile motion worksheet.
Yeah.
Someone had asked me in the last to last session.
No, sir, it's not there. It's not there. I searched for it. It's not there.
Need for the someone I shared that, because in the last to last session also, na, this worksheet we were discussing, and then I wrote all the answers. Wait a minute, I shared someone. Projectile answer keys.
Sir, is it an image or a PDF?
It's an image. It's an image.
Okay, sir. Can you post it on the doubts group?
Yeah, wait, I'm just posting on the doubts group only, because I remember that I have written all the solutions and have sent. Okay, so see, this photo was there from 11 to 16. Okay, and okay, both the things I'm just sharing, huh? In the doubts group only. So those are all the final answers. What is the doubts group name? 10th physics. Okay. Yeah. Answer key to projectile motion worksheet 1. Yeah, the first worksheet which was shared. Everyone got that? Yeah, Itesham, you received it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There.
Yeah, the photo one we actually discussed in the class, like in the doubt session. So that time I wrote all those answers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the
And like
second worksheet is still left, right?
the second worksheet which we shared, that to answer kya gave, na? Second
Of the
one.
projectile motion.
Yeah, projectile motion. That answer kya is shared. That type 1, type 2, type 3 we had written. Yeah, that worksheet answer key was shared. The 13 questions were there. Worksheet 2. Okay, and one more, I think so. 13th also you had a doubt. Okay. Oh, where it went now. Now the 30th one, elastic loaded balloon launcher fires balloon at an angle of 38° north of east. Okay. From the surface of the ground. If the initial velocity is 25 meter per second, find how far are the balloons. The balloons are from the launcher when they hit the level ground. So 13th one, Devanshi, is directly your range formula. It's your ground to ground projectile. So directly you can use the range formula, R equal to 2u square sine theta cos theta by g. So I know there might be a bit difficult to find out the value of 38° cos sine 38 and cos 38. That you can currently use the calculator to find out the values. In the exam, they will specify if any different angles are being specified. So we don't have to worry for that. U is also specified as 25 and G, so we can take it as 10. Yeah, Devanshi, that is for your 13th one. Direct formula. And for the 15th, a football is kicked at 37 degree to the horizontal at 20 from the player's hand at 1 meter from the ground. How far did the football travel before hitting the ground? So it is related to your 15th one, it is related to your third type. So this height they are given as 1 meter, and from here it is being projected. So this way it will go. So in this also, if I just take the vertical component of velocity, as since this velocity is given as 20 meter per second and angle with the horizontal is 37, so this component will be 20 sine 37. So if they're asking, first we can find out the total time it takes to reach the ground. So total time it takes to reach the ground, for that I can use the second motion equation. S is equal to ut plus half at square. S will be -1 because it is going to come back. Displacement will be covered in opposite direction. Initial velocity is 20 sine 37 into t minus half into 10 into t square. Now sine 37 also we know the value. Sine 37 is nothing but your 3/5. That you can remember, a Pythagorean triplet. Like if this is 4, 3, this is 4, this is 5, this is your theta. So this theta is actually equivalent to 37 degree. So sine 37 is 3/5. Even if I substitute that over here, so that will be 4, 4, 3, 7 will be 12. So it will be 12t minus 5t square. I will get a quadratic over here. I can get the value of total time t. Once you get the time t, if I want to find the total range it takes, I know the horizontal component. Horizontal component will be 20 cos 37, which is uniform. So if I know the time, if I know the horizontal velocity, I can calculate r as nothing but 20 cos 37 into t. Yeah, Devanshi, is this method clear? 15th one. Devanshi, if anything you want to ask, you just tell me. Till 15th, if your all doubts are cleared, I'll just re-explain if you're not understanding any of them. Okay, chalo, welcome.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me, Aitasha.
sir, I had a doubt. Sir,
Hmm.
if we consider that a person is moving down a lift
Hmm.
and he's throwing a stone upwards.
Yeah.
So actually, this was a question in kinematics ka the module. So in it, do we need to consider the whole displacement as zero, or we need to separate it out into two components?
No, whole displacement will be 0 if it is coming back on hand.
But sir, the lift is also moving down with a
Anyhow,
velocity 10
that is
meter
not
per
going to,
second.
because if lift is moving with uniform velocity, your ball is not at all affected by that, because ball is also having that velocity na, relatively due to the motion of the lift.
Is it related to the inertia of motion wala thing?
Yeah, it's inertia of motion, because suppose if I say lift is moving down with certain velocity, suppose if I take 10 meter per second, so even if I am standing with a particular object in my hand, that object is also moving down with a velocity of 10 meter per second along with the lift. So when you
So can we
initially
consider
throw,
adding
what adding? It will be subtracted. No? If I
like
throw the ball, suppose 30 meter per second, then the relative speed for the ball will be just 20 meter per second.
20 meter per second?
Yeah, with respect to the lift, if I talk about.
Okay, okay.
And for the person, if someone is standing over here and observing these things, for him the speed will be 30 only.
Because the displacement is zero.
Yeah, displacement is 0 for this case.
Okay, so
Yeah. So you can just unmute and ask which doubt in kinematics module.
So, sir, I have a doubt in level 1 16th question.
Level
I'll
1
just
6.
add the PDF with
You
you
send me
on
the PDF
WhatsApp.
also, na? Chapter PDF you
Yeah,
sent
yeah.
me. Okay. Which one you said? Level 1
Level 1
16.
16. Yeah.
Level 1, level 1. Acha, level 1, 16th one. Okay. So if a body moves 3 quadrant of a circle, what are its displacement and distance respectively? The same question you're talking about? Swayam? So it's being specified it is moving from point A to point B to cover 3 quadrant of a circle. Radius is given as r. Obviously, this will be the final displacement, which will be nothing but r root 2, the Pythagoras. And if I talk about the distance will be nothing but your 3/4 of 2 pi r. It will be 3 pi r by 2. So it should be B option.
Okay, sir. I was not able to find the distance because that 3/4 didn't came to my mind.
Acha, okay. So actually it's the 3/4 part. 3/4 of your total. Devansh, you can just send me a hi. I'll just forward you the link. Just send me hi. Okay.
So could you explain the 14th question of the worksheet which we solved yesterday again?
Question
Day
number
before yesterday. 14
14th.
of the second NLM worksheet.
I shared that worksheet in the group.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Doubts group, right? Okay.
And the Andheri group also it has been shared. I downloaded from there.
Which question number you said?
14th one.
14th. Projectile motion worksheet 2 you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
But उसमें 14th कहाँ है? It is only till 13th.
Newton's law of motion. No?
अच्छा, NLM. Okay. NLM worksheet 2. Okay, in that the 14th one, a weight is supported by 2 strings. Correct that question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, you had explained it, but
Yeah,
I
no problem.
calculated
No
and I
problem.
didn't get the same answer.
I'll just draw the diagram, don't worry. So it is given as 2 meter, the entire rod. Here it is 1.3 given, and this is given as 2 again. Correct? And here is the block attached somewhere over here. So this is 1.3, this is 2, this is 2. Okay, and we can draw one perpendicular line over here at this point. Okay, so area of triangle concept we can use over here as we
Yeah,
discussed.
sir, I did that, but I'm getting a different answer from what you got.
So you're getting with different answer. Okay, so I'll just use that Heron's formula only because someone had discussed that. And that was easy also. So in that particular thing, we just had your S is equal to
0.65.
1.3 plus 2 plus 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5.3. 5.3 by 2. So that will be 2.65. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then we can make that area formula root of. So 1 will be 2.65 into 2.65 minus 1.3, that will become 1.35 into
Yes, sir.
2.65 minus 2 will become 0.65. One more 0.65 will get because there are 2 and 2 identical. So now when you take the square root, 10.65 will come out, and inside you are left with 2.65 into 1.35. Sorry, I'm just using a calculator right now. So it will be your square root of 2.65 into 1.35. That is coming as around 1.89. So 0.65 into 1.89.
Okay, sir, I got it. I think I made a calculation error.
Yeah, it's coming as 1.23 area. Area is coming as 1.23. Then we need the height h. So again, half into base into height I can apply. So half into h into 2, correct? This is 1.23. This is half. H and 2 will get cancelled. H is 1.23. Yeah, Kunal?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Kushi, just post me a
Sir,
message
I
or
had a
anything I
doubt
could be
in
able to
the.
add. Tell me.
Sir, I had a doubt in the module question only. Now I did it. The third question from level 2.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Where is the group? Devanshi, I just forwarded you the link. Just add it to it. And I'm just sharing the answer key also parallelly too.
So can you also share the answer key of kinematics worksheet 2?
Worksheet 2 it
On the
already
doubt
shared in the
group.
group. Doubts group.
So I think I lost it over there.
Acha.
Or should I send a hi on to you
You just send me hi on
on
WhatsApp. I'll
private?
just
Yeah,
forward you
okay.
again. Projectile worksheet 2, right, Etesham? Just send in the doubts group also. Okay, someone was asking the doubt. Swayam, you were telling something? Swayam?
Yes, sir. My connection is very low today. Sir, level 2, third question from kinematics.
Level 2, third question. That is 105 wala na? 105 something is written.
हाँ हाँ
Balloon. Find the speed of level 2. Okay, level 2. Yeah. Parachutist drops freely from an airplane. That is 10 seconds. For 10 seconds before the parachute opens out. Then it descends with a retardation of 2.5 meter per second square. If it bails out out of plane at a height of this, find the velocity on reaching the ground. Okay. So there was a parachute. Okay, he is moving with a parachute. So okay, initially there is no parachute. So initially is a free fall for 10 seconds, correct? So if I just go for v is equal to u plus at, so for first 10 seconds we'll find out. So v will be 0 plus 10 into 10, so v will get it as 100 meter per second. And if I calculate the s for first 10 seconds, ut plus half at square, I will get 0 plus half into 10 into 10 square is 100. So that will be 500 meter. Okay, so 500 meter he has covered and he has reached a velocity of 100 meter per second. Now he's going to open the parachute and bails the further distance. So for the given retardation, the remaining displacement which is going to cover. So I will just take this as h dash. So remaining displacement is going to cover is nothing but 2495 meter minus the 500. So that will coming around 1995. So this much distance he has to cover. A will be same. Now retardation they have given us 2.5, so it will be minus 2.5 meter per second square. Initial velocity will be 100 meter per second. The final velocity of first case will be the initial velocity of the second case, and we have need to find the velocity when it reaches the ground. So we apply v square equal to u square plus 2as. So that will be 100 square minus 2 into 2.5 into s is 1995. So that will come to around 100 square minus 2 into 2.5 will become 5. So 5 into 1995. It is coming as 25. So v square is 25. So you get v equal to 5 meter per second. Swayam,
Okay, thank you.
clear?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Any other doubt?
So could you explain the concept of pseudo force? It's there in IGSO, but I didn't understand when we saw it.
Acha, pseudo force is like what happens like whenever an object is moving. Okay. Suppose if I just take an example of a lift also. If I just see that the lift is accelerating upwards. Okay. Simple example. Now suppose if I just freely suspend a pendulum over here. If the lift is at rest, I know the only force acting on it is gravity G.
Yes,
But
sir.
due to the motion of the lift in the upward direction, due to inertia, because the when the lift was at rest, the object was having only one force, that is the weight of the object, right, in the downward direction. Means it was initially at rest. When the lift starts moving, so this particular object has inertia of rest, due to which it experiences a backward force. So whatever acceleration is imparted on the lift, same acceleration is imparted on the particular object, which is called as a pseudo force. Means the resultant acceleration acting on your bob will be nothing but g plus a, which always acts in opposite direction due to inertia.
So it'll be opposite to the acceleration of the lift
Of the
or
frame, yeah,
whatever.
of the frame, because here when we talk about your lift, actually your particular pendulum bob is in a non-inertial frame. Non-inertial frame means the reference frame which we are considering, it is accelerating, it is having some force. When we talk about a person on the ground, with respect to that, if I talk about for this particular bob, then we say we are talking with respect to a stationary object. Stationary is earth, means earth becomes your inertial frame of reference. So if an object is at rest, with respect to that, if we are talking about, it is inertial frame. And when we are talking with respect to an accelerating or retarding force, that is called as a non-inertial frame. Simple example, when we had that inclined surfaces and we kept a block on it, if you apply a pushing force on it, the inertia of rest will cause a backward push on it, which is called as a pseudo force. And due to this, the block can be brought to rest by its one of the component.
So the inclined plane example is non-inertial frame, right?
Yeah, because it is accelerating and the object is considered with respect to the inclined plane. So the inclined plane acts as a non-inertial.
Thank you.
Any other doubt? Yeah, Kunal, Utsav, and Etisham. Any other doubt? I'm just solving something.
No, sir, no doubt.
No doubt. Okay. So no.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Utsav, you have anything to ask? Any doubt? You can just post a message on the chat because I don't think so you have a mic.